What's up? It's your boy Carcino here. Let's talk about it right fast. Thank you too, man, to Brandon, everybody who's been hitting up the super chat, and don't forget Streamlabs. All you gotta do is click the link in the description box and donate, and leave me a message. If you leave me your email, I can email you back. Cause we got some business opportunities that's coming up right now. I mean, they just sending it to me. I would love to send it to y'all. So if y'all donate, send me your email address in the Streamlab. Clicking the link in the description box so I can get that to y'all. Now, let's talk about this. And what I mean by this, I mean nothing other than the one and only Tupac Shakur. Why? Because everybody loves it. Everybody love it. Everybody love it. Tupac Shakur, from his film perspective, what you guys didn't know, a lot of you guys did know, he wrote a script, a movie script for Nat Turner. I was about to say Ike Turner. Nat Turner. Because he wanted to portray Nat Turner. Now, that was one of his biggest roles that he written. There was another movie that I don't know if he written the script for yet, but it was the movie he wanted to make. A guy he idolized and inspired him to be who he was. A lot of you guys never really knew because I guess you guys really never paid any attention. But he wanted to make a movie about Shaka Zulu. That's right, Shaka Zulu. Shaka, King of the Zulu. And not because Shaka Zulu was the most talked about king. It's because Shaka Zulu, at the time when it came out on television, it was a mirror representation. Like, for you guys who are too young and don't realize, I think Shaka Zulu is probably on Netflix right now. If I'm not mistaken. It could be. Shaka Zulu was the most talked about series ever at that time. Like, they had the Roots series. Alex Haley had Roots. It lasted for about a week straight. And so did the next one, Shaka Zulu. Shaka Zulu came on Fox and played Channel 32 in Chicago and played for like a week. And nobody missed Shaka Zulu. And Tupac saw Shaka Zulu and it clicked. It changed him. He was a young kid when it aired, but it changed him. Changed him for life. So, what I think, and what many should know, is Tupac wanted to make that movie because it mirrored his life. If anybody remembers Shaka Zulu, he was born out of out of what they would call the Order of the Zulus. The Prince of the Zulus broke all protocol and slept with somebody outside the village, outside of his wife, and didn't claim her as his wife. He didn't claim her. It was all this thing that was done out of secession. Then she got pregnant. Now it's not looking right because she should have been chosen to be his wife. But she was very strong, independent. That wasn't looked upon. They looked at that as disrespect. So when he did take Shaka into his thing, only when his wife's son that he had died, there was a prophecy about Shaka that he was going to bring, like, organized, big armies, people, everybody's going to follow him. and he's gonna just destroy whatever order they had with the Zulus. It was prophesied. So they were trying to see were they gonna even keep him around. So they were casted out everywhere they went. It was Shaka, his sister, and her mama. They brought Shaka in and they basically kicked him out. He didn't want nobody to disrespect his mother. He was very protective of his mother and his sister. And then they all jumped Shaka, beat him up, these boys, because they couldn't fight him one-on-one. And Shaka went back, dominated the village. He got older, went back, became king, took the crown, organized armies to follow him. He organized, and anybody that rode with him, they rode him over. Tupac saw that, went off, and that's it. He was inspired. Shaka Zulu was somebody he really looked up to. That was his life. So he wanted to make the movie. That I knew for a fact. He spoke about it to certain people that I definitely trust. And I was like, yeah, I heard that too. He loved Shaka Zulu. And then in one of his last interviews, he mentioned Shaka Zulu. He actually, I think he mentioned it. Like, I'll be jeweled up in this mug like Shaka Zulu. That was who he idolized and got his strength from. Like, knowing that it could be done. That he can come from nothing. But he knew he was destined for something greater. And that's his mirror. Tupac, his mom, and his sister. They were basically moved around place to place. You know, they was in Baltimore, they was poor, they didn't have anything. And it was like everybody turned their back on them. They just had each other's back. You know, and mom was descending into her drug phase. And, you know, he was still trying to get her help and be there for his mom and all this other stuff. And he had to be the man early on. He never had a chance to really enjoy being a kid. It was all serious, and you a man early on. So even though he lived 25 years, he's been a man since he was probably 10, 11, 12. Like I told y'all before, there was no gifts under the tree and, you know, Easter baskets. He was forced to grow up and have to deal with real life situations early, real early. And it was just him, his sister, and his mother. So it was you know, he had Matulu, father figure, other people to you know, give him that. Because he was a angry soul, very powerful soul that needed guidance. And they would always say, oh, he's got that Shaka Zulu spirit. So inside of him. That's what he was like, man, I got the soul of Shaka Zulu. He's like, man, I'm gonna go roll over them, man. You see, like Shaka Zulu, when he come over there, you see how they was formed? We all in formation. It's serious. And he always talked about that, how if they organize and discipline, you could take down armies, just like Shaka Zulu. So, and he's like, and then you keep building numbers and get strength, and they scared of that. And that's why they had to come after Shaka Zulu. So yeah, Tupac. The thing about a Shaka Zulu movie, that would have to be 3-4 hours. You know, it's like Malcolm X. You can't tell that in 2 hours. It's impossible. It's impossible to really do a Shaka Zulu movie. For you to really get the effects of it, can't do that in 2 hours. So I get what he was going with it, but also it's the essence of everything else involved. So that's all I got to say. It's your boy Carcino, man. I hope you guys subscribe, hit the notification button. Hope you enjoyed everything. And tell me what you think and what do you know about Shaka Zulu. So This is some history for you. I'm out.